is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be, and so far another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts Green and Bogut are down low, and it's Curry in the point guard position.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the second most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West. And really, last season, it was supposed to be a battle between the Warriors and Clippers for that Pacific title. But the Warriors just ran away with it, won the division by 11 games.
For the Warriors, it was the 3rd time they've ever won the division, last time coming in 1976. Clark, it's been a while.
It's been a long time, but they did it in style. 13-3 record against the rest of the division. That would be the best in-division winning percentage for any team in the NBA.
Warriors trailed by 3.
That was your Spirit Dance team. Give it up.
And here is Curry. 6 points for him. On the wing, Thompson. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Back to Barnes. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Warriors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Bogut. Griffin with some nice D.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
The 3 from Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Barnes.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Thompson inside the line, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And Wesley Johnson with the slam. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the 3rd.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Los Angeles calls timeout. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Thompson from long range. Warriors the rebound. Clippers have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Me
Listen,
too.
the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Johnson in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Griffin passes to Jordan. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry outside. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Barnes against Johnson. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Spates with a screen on Redick. Shot off the screen. And it's blocked by Jordan. Passes to Redick. And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Johnson. The shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the Warriors with possession here. A two-point game.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Paul with the bucket.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
Curry against Paul. Curry kicks to Iguodala. It's stolen by Johnson. Paul goes in from the arc. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Iguodala with the steal. Outside Curry. Moving it up. And it's Green with the jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Griffin's shot is good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
There's Green with the 3. Green missing again.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Redick with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Inside. Jordan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Some changes for Golden State. Bogut comes in for Ezeli, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Here's Curry. Dishes it to Bogut.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
There's Green with the 3. Laces one from 3.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
The 3 from Johnson. Draymond Green with the rebound. And it's Golden State's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace.